Good morning, channel, and welcome back to Robert White Moto. So happy to have you back this weekend. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. Just a short disclaimer here, just to save some of you some time. If you're not a big fan of an old guy rambling on about motorcycles and life, then I invite you to leave right now. You're not going to enjoy this. This channel is about lifting people up in and around motorcycles and just a community of great people. And I don't tolerate negativity and hate on this channel, and it's my channel, so my rules. So if you're prone to that sort of thing and you just not really fond of listening to a slow talking old guy, I invite you and implore you to just click away right now and save us all the time. Okay, disclaimer over. This morning I want to start talking about something that if you follow my channel you know a little bit about, but I want to elaborate on it since we're talking about fellowship and lifting people up. This morning I want to lift up my son. A lot of you guys know him. His name is Seth. He loves riding on this motorcycle. He looks forward to it. Got a nice looking Rebel next to me. Hello, fellow Honda rider. Out just getting his two-wheel therapy in this morning, same as the rest of us. The Rebel's got a good sound to it. It's a nice blue color too. Man, I wish they made these Goldwings in that blue color again, like road glides. Anyway, back on my son. Let me give you a little backstory. Way back in the day, a couple of decades ago, my wife and I signed up to be foster parents through the state of Texas. Went through all the pride classes, if you know, you know. Had our life dug into and our home environment dug into and passed all the tests, got on the list, and were quickly informed that in about a week a little boy was going to be born, and he could not go home from the hospital due to his situation. Now, I'm not here to throw shade, so we're not going to dig into that. But he had to go to a foster home straight from the hospital. So we agreed, and 4 days later, Seth showed up on our doorstep. Now, at the time, I was 40 years old. That's stepping into grandfather age, not father age. So we were relearning some things. Bottles, diapers, all that good stuff, and the complications that come with a boy, if you know, you know. And so for 2 years we fostered Seth, all the while in hopes that someday we could adopt, but there is a process. And thank God there is a process. Terminating parental rights should not be an easy thing to do. But that's what happened. And then after 2 years, on a glorious day, most of our family and friends were at a courthouse here in North Texas on National Adoption Day. And Seth became Seth White. It was a wonderful day. Now, Seth has Asperger's. If you don't know what Asperger's is, it's a condition on the autism spectrum, albeit I think the lighter end of the autism spectrum. So, it makes things socially awkward at times, and Seth doesn't react, like a normal kid would react to certain things. I would say Seth doesn't have strong emotions about anything, happy, sad, anything. And I always wonder, I haven't studied enough about Asperger's, to be honest with you. I wonder if it's just the strong emotions are there, they just don't make their way out. They don't manifest like they would. We had him in sports, and he struggled a bit with that. In school, the schools have been great. There's been a lot of help in the schools. And he did okay in school. But, it was a challenge. It still is a challenge. And while Seth isn't going to be not something we tout on a bumper sticker, he has so many amazing qualities. The things he's passionate about, he is passionate about. His life is about repetition. And when I say repetition, ironclad, locked in repetition. It's part of the deal. We used to try to force new things. We learned that that's, number one, not necessary, and number two, not going to work. But one of the things he loves is riding on this motorcycle. Will he ever be a motorcycle driver or a driver in general? I don't know. We're looking for an automobile driving course that has a lot of simulator time, because he needs a ton of simulator time. I need to understand before he's ever on real four wheels whether he has the focus and the capability to handle that responsibility. That means simulator time. So we're kind of in search for something like that. If any of you have any ideas, please throw them in the comments below. But then once, you take four wheels, the complications that come along with four wheels, and you multiply them when you talk about two wheels. So will he ever be a motorcycle driver? I'm not sure that's in the cards. But he certainly loves to ride, and I absolutely love to be the driver with him on the back. You've seen him a time or two, specifically going to breakfast, which is now part of his repetitive routine that he absolutely looks forward to. And that is one benefit. He's moving out of his teens, and he still likes to hang out with Dad and Dad's old fuddy-duddy friends. Sorry, guys. We are old fuddy-duddies. And that's a plus. But Seth loves deeply. He loves our dogs. He loves his mom. He loved his sister. And I know he loves me. You got to learn how he shows that. You know, you pick up on it after a while, and you understand how real it is. And you know, for being an adopted son, always wondered how, you know, loving a biological child versus loving an adopted child, you know, what are the differences? I can tell you from a fact now here 20 years later, there's not any difference. There's just not any difference. So today, channel, today is Seth's birthday. I took the day off of work. We're going to go to Top Golf later and do one of his repetitive favorite things to do, and that is Top Golf. So me and his mom and him, we're going to go out and have some fun at Top Golf. It's going to be a great day. Today is all about him. Now I know he is subscribed to this channel, so he'll likely see this video. So you guys, give him some love in the comments below. His name is Seth, S-E-T-H. And today we celebrate him. I love you, son. All right, just a heads up for you guys that have been to, thinking about coming to, and maybe traveling the distance or whatever, to our first Saturday of the month breakfast. The next one coming up is June, and that is not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the month after that, the first Saturday in July, so 2 months away. That one would fall on the 4th of July, Independence weekend. So we are canceling breakfast for that month. There will not be a first Saturday of the month breakfast in July. We encourage you to spend that time with your family and enjoy the holiday and circle back with us, you know, in a future month. We're telling you this early because some people sometimes really plan to come to that breakfast and they drive a long way. I mean, we could be states away and they're planning to come to a breakfast. Well, I want to catch you before all that planning gets too solidified and let you know that, yeah, we're canceling. We're canceling it. So everybody can enjoy the holiday with their family. Have a great time. We'll see you again in a future breakfast. Bike temperature says 78. I'm going to go with that, 78. That's all right. We've had a lot of rain, or chances of rain for sure, here the last week and coming up this next week. So it's good to get a ride in when we can. Clouds around me right now are looking a little rainy, if you will. Boy, does this feel good. The smooth hum of this amazing machine. Powerful, comfortable, stable. Chewing up asphalt like no other machine can. In a great temperature, on a great day. Cornfields, cows, horses, community. Speaking of community, another reason it was a great week, we got to see for the first time in more than a year the return of Goldwing Moments. Yes, that's right. Our friend up in Canada, Larry, who had some pretty major medical procedures a year ago, has taken the appropriate time to heal both mentally and physically from those. And he was back on video this week. Now, he wasn't on his bike yet, but that's coming. He likes riding in Canada with his brothers, Pete. And right now, his other brother name escapes me. But man, what I can't tell you the emotions of seeing him back on film and talking to all of us. Go out to Goldwing Moments and find that video if you want more information about that. Larry, so good to see you back on video, brother. So good. Look forward to rides soon. All right, well, I'm going to finish this wonderful ride on this twisty road among these fields on this beautiful day with perfect temperature and a great purpose for being alive today. We'll catch you again next weekend, channel. Thank you for joining me today. Until then, ride safe and God bless.